his approval to release the deposition material represented during today's hearing. Good afternoon. This is almost no idea more un-American than the notion that any one person could choose the American president. No idea more un-American. I agree with that, which is unusual because former Vice President Mike Pence and I don't agree on much. These are his words, spoken a few months ago about Donald Trump's attempt to pressure the former vice president, pressure him into going along with an unlawful and unconstitutional scheme to overturn the 2020 election and give Donald Trump a second term in office that he did not win. Today, the Select Committee is going to reveal the details of that pressure campaign. But what does the Vice President of the United States even have to do with a presidential election? The Constitution says that the Vice President of the United States oversees the process of counting the Electoral College votes, a process that took place on January 6, 2021. Donald Trump wanted Mike Pence to do something no other vice president has ever done. The former president wanted Pence to reject the votes and either declare Trump the winner or send the votes back to the states to be counted again. Mike Pence said no. He resisted the pressure. He knew it was illegal. He knew it was wrong. We're fortunate for Mr. Pence's courage on January 6th. Our democracy came dangerously close to catastrophe. That courage put him in tremendous danger. When Mike Pence made it clear that he wouldn't give in to Donald Trump's scheme, Donald Trump turned the mob on him, a mob that was chanting, "Hang Mike Pence," a mob that had built a hangman's gallows just outside the Capitol. Thanks in part to Mike Pence, our democracy withstood Donald Trump's scheme and the violence of January 6th. But the danger hasn't receded. Led by my colleague, Mr. Aguilar, today we'll lay out the facts for the American people. But first, I'll recognize my colleague from Wyoming, Ms. Cheney, for any opening statement she'd care to offer.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Let me take just a few minutes today to put the topic of our hearing in broader context. In our last hearing, we heard unequivocal testimony that President Trump was told his election fraud allegations were complete nonsense. We heard this from members of the Trump campaign. We heard this from President Trump's campaign lawyers. We heard this from President Trump's former Attorney General, Bill Barr. We heard this from President Trump's former acting Attorney General, Jeff Rosen. And we heard this from President Trump's former acting Deputy Attorney General, Richard Donahue. We heard from members of President Trump's White House staff as well. Today, we're focusing on President Trump's relentless effort to pressure Mike Pence to refuse to count electoral votes on January 6th. Here again is how the former vice president phrased it in a speech before the Federalist Society, a group of conservative lawyers.
This week, that President Trump said I had the right to overturn the election. President Trump is wrong. I had no right to overturn the election. The presidency belongs to the American people and the American people alone.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. The hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench. Because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on the Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
What it do, what it do, what it do. It is Tuesday. Tuesday. What's going on with you? What happened? The old boy pushing buttons, boy. You can hear me? Lord have mercy. What you do?
What the president wanted the vice president to do was not just wrong, it was illegal and unconstitutional. We will hear many details in today's hearing, but please consider these 2 points. First, President Trump was told repeatedly that Mike Pence lacked the constitutional and legal authority to do what President Trump was demanding he do. This is testimony from Mark Short, the vice president's chief of staff, who served in the Trump administration in multiple positions over 4 years.
But just to pick up on that, Mr. Short, was it your impression that the vice president had directly conveyed his position on these issues to the president, not just to the world through a dear colleague letter, but directly to President Trump?
Many times.
And had been consistent in conveying his position to the president?
Very consistent.
Okay.
But President Trump plotted with a lawyer named John Eastman to pressure Pence to do so anyway. As the federal court has explained, quote, based on the evidence, the court finds that it is more likely than not that President Trump and Dr. Eastman dishonestly conspired to obstruct the joint session of Congress on January 6th, 2021. What exactly did President Trump know? When exactly did President Trump know that it would be illegal for Mike Pence to refuse to count electoral votes? Here is one sample of testimony given by one of the witnesses before us today, the Vice President's General Counsel.
Did John Eastman ever admit, or in front of the president, that his proposal would violate the Electoral Count Act?
I believe he did on the 4th.
That was January 4th, 2 days before the attack on Congress. A second point, please listen to testimony today about all of the ways that President Trump attempted to pressure Vice President Pence, including Donald Trump's tweet at 2:24 p.m. condemning Vice President Mike Pence when President Trump already knew a violent riot was underway at the Capitol. In future hearings, you will hear from witnesses who were present inside the White House, who were present inside the West Wing on that day. But today we focus on the earnest efforts of Mike Pence, who was determined to abide by his oath of office. As Vice President Pence prepared a statement on January 5th and 6th, explaining that he could not illegally refuse to count electoral votes, he said this to his staff.
The vice president.
Can you hear me?
This may be the most important thing I ever say. And so this meeting state.
Yeah, I can hear you, but yeah, I can hear you.
Really wanted
Say it
to
again.
make sure that it was just.
You will hear today that President Trump's White House counsel believed that the Vice President did exactly the right thing on January 6th, as did others in the White House, as did Fox News host Sean Hannity. Vice President Pence understood that his oath of office was more important than his loyalty to Donald Trump. He did his duty. President Trump unequivocally did not. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Without objection, I recognize the gentleman from California, Mr. Aguilar, for an opening statement.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Today, we intend to show the American people that January 6th was not an isolated incident. In the weeks culminating before, it was a legal scheme and deception. We've already learned that President Trump knew he lost the 2020 election. Shortly after, he began to look for a way to circumvent our country's most fundamental civic tradition, the peaceful transfer of power. The president latched on to a dangerous theory and would not let go because he was convinced it would keep him in office. We witnessed firsthand what happened when the President of the United States weaponized this theory. The Capitol was overrun, police officers lost their lives, and the vice president was taken to a secure location because his safety was in jeopardy. Let's take a look at the effect of Donald Trump's words and actions. I want to warn our audience that the video contains explicit content.
Mike Pence is going to have to come through for us. And if he doesn't, that will be a sad day for our country. And Mike Pence, I hope you're going to stand up for the good of our Constitution and for the good of our country.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood people, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench.
Unmute on the set. You muted on the set or on the mic. You muted.
All right, there it is.
Okay.
Now,
Welcome everybody to the Hood View Politics. Now, if y'all tuned in early, you can see that the January 6th committee thing is heating up. You know what I'm saying, Doc?
oh, it's hot.
It
It ain't heating up. It's hot.
It's hotter than my tea right here, boy. You know what I'm saying, Doc?
Oh shit.
Getting hotter than tea.
Oh shit.
Bruh, you at the point now where you got Republicans looking at Democrats on the committee as they sitting in these seats, asking these questions, looking at them, please help me out of this. You see the looks on their faces, though?
They are to the point, and they can't even deny what happened. That's the whole thing right now. Y'all been trying to deny and hit us with a Jedi mind trick, telling that we seen what we seen, we didn't see. Now you ain't see what you saw. You gonna believe me or your lying eyes?
Yeah.
Now you seeing that y'all fucked up.
Real bad too.
Yeah. Look, Trump sent them peoples up in there.
Not good.
And now ain't no getting around the fact, that he at fault. And they trying to cover this shit up. They burning papers in the White House fireplace. And
bro, this thing go deep. We
deep,
talking about
deep,
Clarence
deep,
Thomas
deep.
and his wife mixed up.
Oh, his wife. Man, it's something every other day about her.
She emailing motherfucking senators and congressmen, telling them to vote against it and hold up the election.
Yeah.
We got Trump calling everybody, telling them to add more votes, find votes from somewhere. Like, what? I guess it's all cool, though, for everybody. It's like a criminal conspiracy of this motherfucker he had going on.
Right.
The fuck? See, it's another thing that I realize about politics, right? Whether Democrat or Republican, it doesn't matter. It's like politics is something that's not etched in stone. You know what I'm saying? It's just shit that they're expecting people just to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's like supposed to be the norm, right? But there's no laws for it. There's nothing written. As we noticed, as the Trump was in his joint, everything he was doing, they was like, oh, we gotta write this up now for the next person. They can't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why that wasn't a rule from the beginning? You know, you're like, they was retroactive with him because he was doing stuff that you'll think a president or a congressman will just not do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go into public office because you want to be part of helping people in general.
Right. You supposed to go in there to help the people that put you there. That's why they voted for you, because they wanted and needed your help. But then you get there and you basically say, fuck them people to the time for another election.
Bro, we talking about, man, so many congressmen mixed up in this one, bro.
Everybody, it's like the whole Republican Party.
It is ugly.
Ugly.
Then you can't tell me, bro, that this shit is some minor shit, young. Like, no. You couldn't tell me Obama could have had all these congressmen and they've been, let's say we had all black congressmen. everybody black in the Senate, and they all were conspiring to do something. You
Well,
crazy as fuck, man. They would have all their heads.
and you know what? While we on the subject, I got a message for Jack Del Rio. January 6th was more than a dust up.
Man, they got fined $100,000 for that shit.
Uh-huh.
And then
I bet ain't nobody in the Trump administration gonna help him pay it.
NFL ain't even fined him. That was the coach fined him.
Yeah.
Coach a minority. He slipped up on that one.
He slipped up on that. He forgot he worked for Hispanic.
You know? And you know he wanted to lash on him.
Yeah. He must have thought Ron Rivera was an Uncle Tom.
Exactly.
Or Uncle Tito.
I'm gonna take him in the room and be like, I agree with that shit, right? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna write a statement. You know what I'm saying? Nope. I'm gonna find your dumb ass. You say something, you're fine.
I'm gonna take you up. And if you say something else, I'm whooping your ass.
I'm gonna put you in the locker room with these motherfuckers that want your dome any motherfucking way, nigga. Bro.
Right. I'm gonna put you in there by yourself with the whole defensive line. I'm gonna whoop your ass. You say one more word, you got ass whooping coming. Say one more goddamn thing, I'm gonna slap you my damn self.
100 G's ain't nothing to sneeze at, bro. Yo, man, that coach is mad.
Oh.
Bro.
Now check this out. The Associated Press say they got new footage of ex-President Trump and his inner circle taken both before and after January 6th is now in the possession of the House Committee investigating attack on the Capitol. Word of the footage surfaced Tuesday during the panel's hearing. Oh, so they got some new footage they about to drop on his ass.
He doing what?
They got some new footage before and after the attack on the Capitol. Oh. And the House Committee that's investigating the attack just got it. It said the word of the footage surfaced Tuesday. So they just let it out today. So somebody, that was a coordinated leak. Hey.
All the information coming out on Cheney's. On Thomas and his wife. This clown ass nigga. Mm-hmm. All that shit coming out.
All that shit. But nah, we didn't see what we thought we saw.
It's coming out in great detail too, bro. If you realize the shit that they was doing, bro, they even
oh my God. Roland Martin just went on the dude, on the black dude. I guess he was a Trump supporter. He was Trump was backing him in Georgia. My man Uncle Roro say, fam, please send your condolences to Vernon Jones, the MAGA loving, Trump ass kissing. Kappa got destroyed tonight, 75% to 25% in the congressional runoff. Ain't no crowd surfing at this campaign repass. So that vile loudmouth fool was said. He got smoked 75% to 25%.
See, most of those Trump candidates got to worry about where they at, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't happening for him in Georgia. And Stacey Abrams should get that seat.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Stacey Abrams, like, what you think about Stacey
Abrams? I think she got a wave behind her. I think she can get it. I mean, she was close. Maybe even should have won the last time. So I think if she riding the momentum, and she got a voice in Georgia.
I just think
which is a good thing because Georgia is red.
I just think she's just not a good campaigner, man. That's why she keep losing. If she lose this time, they better not put no more money behind her. That's it.
Yeah, her and Beto.
Like, yeah, that's enough. Yeah, him too. Yeah.
Yeah.
They just keep losing, so shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done with y'all, motherfuckers, for real.
Yeah, look, this last damn time.
God damn it. They don't even want to hear your
You
name
know,
no more after this. Fuck
you
around.
know, because on the for real, Biden was done if it wasn't for the fact that he ended up being Obama's vice president.
Yep.
He would have been. He would. I mean, he would have still been. He would have probably still been in the Senate.
Oh, he definitely been in the Senate.
But
That's a damn show.
as for running for president, he was done. Because he had lost twice. Matter of fact, he never made it out the primaries.
Damn. Yeah, you're right.
Damn. Oh yeah. Muriel Bowser, she made it again. Because in DC, the primary is basically the election. So whoever win the primary is automatically the mayor, because, or you might as well say, because no Republican ever gonna win in DC.
She good though. She is all right.
Yeah, she decent.
She's better than, in fact, she's better than the rest of them. Except for you know who. Other than that.
Oh, except for the mayor for life.
You know?
Shit, he dead and he's still a mayor for life.
That bitch set me up.
That goddamn bitch set me up. Boy, I swear, I watched that the night they ran that video on Nightline. Boy, I stayed up late watching that thing. What? That was the funniest thing I ever seen in my life.
Yes, indeed.
That was oh my goodness. Because he went up there. I mean, he went up there for a shot of ass. That's what he went for. And she done tricked the man into smoking crack. And the fucked up thing about it is, to this day, nobody either they act like they don't know what they saw, or they want to deny they know what they saw.
Yeah.
Y'all saw that night, y'all saw the government and this broad basically turn out Marion Barry on crack. He never smoked no crack before that night. He was snorting.
Yeah.
Because you go back and look at the video, he didn't even know. He was like, she gave him the pipe and he was like, how this thing work?
This bitch set me up.
I can't believe this goddamn bitch that set me up like this.
But yeah, Trump done, all right, first of all, Trump done reached out and did a lot of different things, right? But one thing he did was reached out and started talking about a lady called Miss Ruby, Lady Ruby, right?
Okay.
In Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh yeah, that's I was just reading about her a little while ago. How they didn't send people to her house and everything.
Yeah. So she's a lady that do the actual get out votes and all that stuff in the neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
And she go to older people's house and make sure they vote and all that type of stuff. You know, the people we depend on to get the votes out. You know?
Right, she like right. She what was she, a canvasser or she election worker?
So what they did was film her counting votes she was collecting and said she was stealing them and shit. And Trump started saying that shit too. Yo, shit is crazy.
They went to her house talking about. They went to her house talking about where them votes at.
Yeah. Yeah, people come from Kansas talking about you got them votes.
Yeah, the votes.
We need them votes.
Got man.
Be president.
Then you go down in the basement and get them votes.
Now he went to a lot of streams, but this right here was just over the top. So Shorty was in that joint today testifying. We're gonna tap into that joint and see what they was rapping about for a minute.
None of that was true, was it?
None of it.
I'd like to show you some of the statements that Rudy Giuliani made in a second hearing before the Georgia state legislators, a week after that video clip from State Farm Rino was first circulated by Mr. Giuliani and President Trump. I want to advise viewers that these statements are completely false and also deeply disturbing.
Tape earlier in the day of Ruby Freeman and Shay Freeman Moss and one other gentleman quite obviously surreptitiously passing around USB ports as if they're vials of heroin or cocaine.
What?
I mean, it's obvious to anyone who's a criminal investigator or prosecutor they're engaged in surreptitious illegal activity again that day. And after a week ago, They're still walking around Georgia lying. They should have been questioned already. Their places of work, their homes should have been searched for evidence of ballots, for evidence of USB ports, for evidence of voter fraud.
That video was from Rudy Giuliani's appearance at a Georgia State Senate hearing on December 10. How did you first become aware that Rudy Giuliani, president's lawyer, was accusing you and your mother of a crime?
Damn.
I was at work, like always, and the former chief, Mr. Jones, asked me to come to his office. And when I went to his office, the former director, Mr. Barron, was in there, and they showed me a video on their computer. It was just like a very short clip of us working at State Farm, and it had someone on the video like talking over the video, just saying that we were doing things that we weren't supposed to do, just lying throughout the video. And that's when I first found out about it.
And were there social media posts that they showed you responding to those false claims?
Well, when I saw the video, of course, the first thing that I said was like, "Why? Why are they doing this? What's going on?"
Well, let's stop right there for a minute. There's a few things going on there. One, Giuliani was on something completely different, bro. He gonna say these bitches run around passing out, voter joints like vials of heroin, bro. Is he serious? Hey, this nigga dumb, bro. What the fuck?
This motherfucker go. Hey, you know what?
What the fuck, man?
You was talking about profiling somebody.
Jeez.
We need to do a profile on Rudy Giuliani.
No bullshit.
Because this dude,
he's a maniac, bro.
Yeah, and you think all the love he had after 9/11,
ain't that some shit?
He just flushed it all down the toilet.
He didn't get it from me though, but he had a lot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He had a lot.
He had a lot of love after 9. He was what they call him.
Like
they call him America's mayor.
Yeah.
He was.
He already locked us up though. He locked a lot of niggas up.
Yeah.
That's why they got erased. He had a clean slate.
9/11 got that erased.
He got a clean slate. Yeah. America's mayor.
And he was like, it was at that time, George Bush was at the height of his popularity, and Giuliani was right there with him.
Hell yeah, he could have been president or something.
Yeah, he could have been. They was talking about him running for president. That some bitch is, he just got with Trump. Trump turned him out.
Yeah. He's a bad influence on Trump too. He the one started the bullshit. Then Trump takes it in.
He didn't got with Trump and went batshit crazy.
Exactly. And I think Trump believes what he says. So when he say stupid shit like that, Trump take that for what it is. And
yeah, because I knew something was up. Man. When Trump, when the fixer went to jail, and he had Rudy Giuliani. Hey, Rudy Giuliani, he been a mayor and all this shit. He ain't been no lawyer for years, for real. How you gonna go for fixing shit?
They gonna say they ran. They ain't gonna say the bitches. First of all, this an old ass lady, her mother and them. You know what I'm saying? Right. They ain't got time to be trying conspire. You know what I'm saying? Like what? It's the dumbest shit, bro, for a president and all these people be thinking. It's stupid as shit.
Yeah, all of them. They bat shit crazy.
That is no joke, bro.
And they, just told me that Trump and his allies were not satisfied with the outcome of the election, and they
You don't
were
say.
getting a lot of threats and being harassed online, and asked me, have I been receiving anything, and I need to check on my mom. And I told them, I was like, where have they, where have you been getting these threats? I don't believe I have any. And Mr. Jones told me they're attacking his Facebook, and I don't really use Facebook. I have one, so I went to the Facebook
Now you
app,
bullshit.
and I'm just kind of panicky at this point because this has never happened to me, and my mom is involved, and I'm like her only child. So I'm just asking him, like, well, where are the messages? All I see is the feeds. Like, how do you get to the messages? And he said, it's another icon on your phone that says Messenger.
What?
And I went to that icon, and
you really want us to believe you ain't know what Messenger was? You need to stop this shit now.
And
Right.
several things
You ain't that naive.
Yeah, you doing too much.
Yes, a lot of threats, wishing death upon me.
Death upon you?
That, I'll
Hey, that ain't funny,
jail
but
with
death
my
upon me is
mother,
funny.
and
Right.
saying things like, be glad it's 2020 and not 1920.
Yikes.
Oh, see, now,
We're
now,
one of these
now,
threats
right there,
and
that comment would have got somebody's ass whooped.
Yikes. Not. We were just talking about this too, 1920.
Right.
They told that bitch, you lucky it's 2020 and not
1920.
I
If it
ain't
was
telling
1920, your ass be swinging from that tree.
those niggas, they know their time frame was that time, you know what I'm saying? But for some reason, our black people don't get that, at all,
Hey.
We tell them about 100 years, they be like, they ain't about
Hey.
like, huh?
That comment right there, if you take that one comment right there, that you lucky it's 2020 and not 1920.
Exactly.
That is the whole essence of what make America great again really means.
Now you see what I'm talking about?
If that's what they,
you hit it
because remember during the election, the question always was, well, make America great again when America wasn't great.
He never asked that question anyway.
Because he couldn't. But somebody answered it to her.
That right there. And people don't think that should be serious when an actual president is talking about you and everybody that follow him want to fucking kill you.
Hey, that's deep.
Well,
that's ocean. That statement right there is ocean floor deep.
Yeah, that 1920 joint is serious. I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised to see them walking around with 1920s on their shirts and shit.
Right. Hey, because you remember the day after the election, the day after after he got elected, little white people just whipped out phrases they ain't used in years. They was going around calling niggas cotton pickers and some bullshit.
Yeah. They go-to words. They love them joints.
Oh yeah. So, oh shit, we get Trump in office. We can use this shit.
Yeah. Start losing all y'all teethuses as y'all at it.
You already know.
Yeah.
You already know. Shit, I caught a
10-day
10-day suspension behind some shit like that.
We had at least 18,000 that's on tape. We had them counted very painstakingly. 18,000 voters having to do with Ruby Freeman. She's a vote scammer, a professional vote scammer and hustler.
Damn.
Donald Trump attacked you and your mother.
Hold on.
Name.
He just said a professional vote scammer and a hustler.
And a hustler, bro. These ain't nothing but people out there trying to get out the vote.
And she's and they out there hustling votes. It's a bitch.
Other niggas
Hey.
saying they out there doing like they passing on heroin. This nigga saying,
Hey,
these are
and,
motherfucking words. People don't see what we've been talking about, bro.
yeah.
These
Hey.
are dog whistles, bro.
Yeah. All of y'all that's tuned in tonight.
Jesus.
Tell your friends. Tell your relatives. Tell everybody each and every Tuesday night. Y'all got to come right here and talk and listen to me and rap. Because we are going to dissect this shit for you. We're going to break it down. You know, what's their phrase? They say they talk it dog whistle. We gonna decipher the dog whistle for you.
Every time.
You know, every time they blow one of them dog whistles, see, a dog whistle is something only a dog can hear. And see, we political bloodhounds over here on Hood View Politics.
Sniff them out every
So
time.
when they blow that horn, blow that whistle, oh, we know what you're talking about.
Now they dealing with black women, first of all.
Right.
So they already referred to them as dope dealers, hustlers, and vote. What was that? Scammers?
Professional vote scammers.
Professional vote scammers. At that, professional. So if you was voting for Trump, right, and you heard him say that about, he even said her name.
Yeah, just put it out there.
What the fuck? He said her name.
So
Ruby.
you don't. So all what he was doing is, and see, we got to break this down for you. What he was doing, what he did was when he put her name out there, all the person have to do, they know this was Georgia she was talking about. All his supporters had to do was Google her name.
That's it.
Find out where she lived at, get all the information on her, and what she said was happening. She was getting death threats. You get threats on her life. Come on. These people know exactly what they're doing.
Again, when he say stuff like that, that's serious business, bro. Because now you got people that don't have no sense looking for you with anger in their mind, just like they look for Pence. Remember,
right.
They loved Pence at first.
They was gonna hang Pence and Pelosi
until Trump was like, "Fuck Pence." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now they want to hang him with Pelosi now. Like,
right. And if it wasn't for Pence, he never had a chance to be president because Pence gave him the credibility as vice president for people to trust him to be president.
That
didn't work out.
That did happen. That did. But
it didn't work out that way.
When he started off at the beginning of the committee testimony, they said he refused everything that Trump tried to tell him to do. You got to give him credit on it. That's why I say it comes down. It's not even the rules in politics. It's like these people literally can do what they want. If he would have chosen all this stuff that Trump wanted to do, he could have just done it. You feel me? It comes down to people. And that's why I say about Republicans and Democrats, when I was coming up, it was like they disagreed on certain things on how to do it. You know what I'm saying? But after they come to the conclusion, like if one person got more votes, okay, then you got more whatever that bill is in your joint. As long as we got it together, it's in it. You know what I'm saying? Look, now it's just like, nope, you gotta do my shit or nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it don't work like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the motherfucking Republicans is just like, fuck it. We ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I'm glad we got this podcast right here because we about to see a preview of the greatest political showdown you're going to ever see in anybody's lifetime in 2024, because Pence is running for president and Trump is going to run for president.
That's sticky because that's why I said, we was talking the other day, like he ain't say he running yet. It's really important that whoever one of them say it first. You feel me?
He running, Pence running, Trump running, and Larry Hogan is definitely running. But Larry Hogan can hang it up.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Trump gonna scare all these bombs. None of them gonna
right.
He's gonna be the only motherfucker standing because they know if they run with him, he gonna smear their names. It's gonna be a disaster. They ain't gonna be able to have no career.
Right.
Just running against him.
This is why at this point now, I mean, it pays for Pence to throw Trump under the bus.
Hurry up, yes, before he run, because he gonna just beat
Because
everybody the hell up with some nasty shit. Don't give a fuck who they is.
Right. See,
You know
all
what
of
I'm
that's
saying?
gonna come. All of that's coming out now, and it's gonna lead up to the. Oh man, let me see. It's 2022. That mean by next year, people gonna announce, and they gonna start with the oh shit. We gonna get the Republican primary. So we
It's
gonna
called
get
the primary.
debates. Yeah, we gonna start getting debates sometime probably early or late next year.
Yeah, that's
Mid
gonna
to
be
late
like
next year.
winter time. All they get
Yep.
to picking up. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get about winter time. This right after the first of the year, it's gonna start heating up.
Yeah.
Oh, we're in for a good time.
Primaries, they're gonna have all the primaries and shit. And then again,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like 39 Democrats running as usual. You know what I'm saying?
Not really because Biden ain't coming. I don't think nobody
They
unless
still
Biden
run.
don't run.
They still be
Unless
running.
Biden don't run,
They still
somebody
they
gonna
still fuck shit up. They don't give a fuck. 39 of them bitches still run and beat his ass up
right.
and try to run the
Because what
right
happened?
laws at the end of shit.
What happened at the last one? They had the they had the debates over 2 nights. It was so many of them.
Hell yeah. Hey, motherfucker, one nigga you couldn't even see on the end of the stage. Motherfuckers
Right.
out the camera and shit. So many events.
Right.
Fuck
Then
out
they
here.
asked the Chinese dude. He ain't get no time on the thing. He could say, "Well,
Yeah, I
you
remember
got
him
something to
too.
say? I'm gonna give everybody $1,000."
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. That nigga ain't even get in the cabinet no kind of way or nothing.
Fuck no.
I remember him too, yeah. All right, so as you just heard, Trump just went on Miss Lady here, Ruby. So we're gonna continue this here, right?
Listening to former President Trump attack you and your mother in a call with the Georgia Secretary of State.
I felt horrible. I felt like it was all my fault. Like, if I would have never decided to be an elections worker, like, I could have done anything else, but that's what I decided to do. And now people are lying and spreading rumors and lies and attacking my mom. I'm her only child. Going to my grandmother's house. I'm her only grandchild. And my kid. It's just, I felt so bad. I just felt bad for my mom, and I felt horrible for picking this job and being the one that always wants to help and always there, never missing out one election. I just felt like it was my fault putting my family in this situation.
Well, it wasn't your fault. Your mother was kind enough to come speak with us earlier. Let's listen to her story in her words.
My name is Ruby Freeman. I've always believed that when God says that he'll make your name great, but this is not the way it was supposed to be. I could have never imagined the events that followed the presidential election 2020. For my entire professional life, I was Lady Ruby. My community in Georgia, where I was born and lived my whole life, knew me as Lady Ruby. I built my own business around that name, LaRuby's Unique Treasures, a pop-up shop catering to ladies with unique fashions. I wore a shirt that proudly proclaimed that I was, and I am, Lady Ruby. Actually, I had that shirt on. I had that shirt in every color. I wore that shirt on Election Day 2020. I haven't worn it since, and I'll never wear it again. Now I won't even introduce myself by my name anymore. I get nervous when I bump into someone I know in the grocery store who says my name. I'm worried about who's listening. I get nervous when I have to give my name for food orders. I'm always concerned of who's around me. I've lost my name and I've lost my reputation. I've lost my sense of security, all because a group of people, starting with number 45 and his ally, Rudy Giuliani, decided to scapegoat me and my daughter, Shay, to push their own lies about how the presidential election was stolen.
Ms. Moss, how has this experience of being targeted by the former president and his allies affected your life?
It's turned my life upside down. I no longer give out my business card. I don't transfer calls. I don't want anyone knowing my name. Don't want to go anywhere with my mom because she might yell my name out over the grocery aisle or something. I don't go to the grocery store at all. I haven't been anywhere at all. I gained about 60 pounds. I just don't do nothing anymore. I don't want to go anywhere. I second guess everything that I do.
All right, first of all, it was a lot going on there, bro. The first thing is, it ain't her fault. She think all that shit is her fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because she like to get the vote out and all that, she feel like all that shit is her fault. That you know what I'm saying, Trump is talking to her mother and shit. That's crazy for her to think that, but she shouldn't think that way though. You know what I'm saying? But that it had nothing to do with her at all, to be honest with you. Not even a little bit, for real.
I feel you on that. I think, a lot of times, especially on this podcast, we talk about how people need to exercise they right to vote, because a lot of people paid a heavy price for us to have the right to vote. And you got to give props to the people who get out there and try to get out the vote.
Yeah.
The election workers, the poll workers, they ain't making no money off of this.
Exactly.
They doing they civic duty. And for them, to target her and her mother the way they did, they knew what they was doing. And she even said they scapegoated them. They found somebody that they can pin the loss of the election on. But I got news for you, Trump. You didn't only lose Georgia.
You know?
You lost more than Georgia.
You needed more.
Right. So even if you got Georgia, you needed a lot more to win.
Now, on top of that, she's saying, the mother, saying she can't even use her name no more. And that was her name she used to make money.
Yeah.
Bruh, they gonna wiggle their way into making some money out of this, because their whole argument is now that they're being harassed, they can't make no more money, they done messed up their name. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to pay for this.
And they said their civil rights has been broken.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I think this the same thing we saw with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Defamation of character. Because this is the same thing. You defame this woman and her mother. You cost them money. You ruined their business.
Yep.
You ruined their life. Like, they can't go out. You got people harassing them because of something Trump said, because something Giuliani said, and then the rest of the jackasses after them just picked up on it and ran with it. And now you got this woman and her mother. Their life is just totally ruined. Is that not defamation of character?
Bullshit. That's what I said. In the way they building their own case of the government. It don't matter that he ain't president no more. It's the government that did it, because he's president. He the president. He was the president. He was representing the government, and when he did this, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, to be honest with you, they can get some money out of this shit for real. They deserve it. First of all, if I'm their lawyer, we about to spend this shit soon. We got this motherfucking testimony shit.
You know, as soon as this,
the civil rights has been broken. So,
mm-hmm.
you know, what happens when your civil rights is broken? You file a civil suit.
ASAP.
Yep. ASAP.
And look, you got an old lady that don't want to go outside. She said she don't even go outside no more. So she gained 60 pounds. She don't go outside. Man, they building their case for real.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
and they building it in front of the whole world.
Hell yeah. We gotta give them something though. They gonna have to get something because that's crazy. And then when they come in there testifying, they testifying about the president, the government.
And see, they gotta get some kind of retribution, some kind of way. Because you got some people, you got a group of people here. First of all, they're not gonna apologize for nothing that they do.
No.
Because they don't believe they're wrong in nothing that they do.
Exactly.
And their supporters don't believe they're wrong.
They still think he won an election. So that's hope they can forget that.
And you know, they don't care that they ruined these people's lives. Look at all the people that done went to bat for Trump, who done did this, that, and the third, that lied and stole and cheated and did everything under the sun for this man, and everybody went to jail but him.
Every time.
And, when they went to jail, he was like, "Well, I ain't telling him to do the shit."
Yeah, young Nixon.
Hey,
a big crook though.
Whew, yeah.
Yeah, crook, real crook.
That's a real crook. That's a crooked crook.
Jay, I don't know if y'all seen the motherfucker campaign video that Republicans running. Was a Republican running a video saying he all right, let's play. I'm gonna play the joint real quick. But he's saying he want to get rid of all Republican. He called them rhinos or some shit, right? He want to get rid of them. I'm gonna play the joint real quick.
Titan's Navy SEAL, and today we're going rhino hunting. The rhino.
I've seen this.
On corruption and is marked by the stripes of cowardice. Join the MAGA crew. Get a rhino hunting permit. There's no bagging limit, no tagging limit, and it doesn't expire until we save our country. America Crichton's Navy SEAL, and today we're going rhino hunting.
Like he's saying, it's no bagging, it's no tagging, or some shit.
He lost completely control of his mind.
Exactly, bro. Oh, follow the MAGA crew. What? And get a gun. And do what? You running for what? With that? What is that's your campaign? Now you see what I'm saying, Tony? Guns is the thing for them. Period. They don't want to talk about nothing else. I'm with a gun, then I'm running for office.
It's always going to be two things with them Republicans. It's going to be guns and religion.
They run with the gun in their hand.
Them the two things they gonna hit their supporters with. They gonna take your guns and they gonna take away your religious freedom.
The man said we're going rhino hunting, bro. Republicans in name only. Republicans in name only, bro.
Hey, that means people like Pence and his supporters and anybody that don't support Trump, they come for your ass.
If you don't support Trump, use a rhino, yeah. You already said the MAGA crew.
Yeah, they're setting it up for Trump to come back.
I hope so. He's a disaster. He would definitely won't win. I mean, they got to work on him. Damn. My man said, I'm going to hunt these clowns, though.
Yeah, we going rhino hunting. He came out that joint like he was Elmer Fudd.
You know what I'm talking about? That's their man. That's their best vision of a president, Elmer Fudd. That's their shit right there. That would be their vision of an ideal president. They
Oh
got close
man.
to Trump though. Trump was close to Alma Fudd. He just wasn't a gun lover. I don't even think Trump even picked up guns before. I ain't seen him do none of that.
Yeah, motherfucker said though. I could shoot somebody in the middle of the street.
The middle of Fifth Avenue out this bitch.
In the middle of Fifth Avenue. Where nobody say jack.
Jack? Shit.
Shiznit.
Hey, this has been another Tuesday in the books. You know what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
Politics. As usual, we always go deeper than usual. Deeper than deep.
As you, because there's so much stuff out here to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Deep diving in the sea.
See, we won't have to start starting at 7 o'clock.
You know what I'm saying? Deep diving too much, bro. You know what I'm saying? But we appreciate everybody tuning in though, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And we'll be back with you next Tuesday night. Do this all over again.
You never know. You might pop up another day. You never know what those joints be like.
Hey, I forgot. You know, we might pop up. We might pop up on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Some hood view politics, though. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, you know what I'm saying? We try to go detailed and deep. You know what I'm saying, Doc? Anybody coming on this joint, especially on that disagree with us, you can all. I don't care how many of y'all is, you can come on this thing and disagree all night long.
We have room for you. Hey, the door is open.
You know what I'm saying?
All you got to do is knock.
The window's open.
The door open. Yeah, that's right. You ain't got to sneak in the back door. You come through the front door.
You know,
and we got something for your ass.
Disagree.
You know, it's all right to disagree. We can agree to disagree.
Political. Hey, anybody that joins the love politics and shit, you know what I'm saying? All we ask y'all to do is read up on whatever you're doing, bro. That's all we be asking y'all, dog. You know, y'all ain't gotta agree with us for real. One thing we ain't gonna do is
for
tell you
real,
nothing wrong. Like your daddy tell you, I ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong though.
wrong. I want a couple of them dog whistlers to jump up on here.
True.
So so we could just we could decipher that in real time.
They ain't gonna ever do it. One day we'll get somebody with the courage to jump in and defend the Confederate flag or something.
Hey, defend yes, yeah.
Tell us they slaves were working. They was in the workforce. Tell us they got paid or some dumb shit like that.
Right.
Well, yeah, we'll see y'all next Tuesday.
Yeah, we need an Uncle Ruckus to come on here.
Uncle Ruckus. Detail and deep. Hey, I like that.
Yeah.
Details and deep. You know what I'm saying? Now?
Going deep into the details.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets. You know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit that's on TV. You know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood view.